Guys, I have a dark gaming secret, and I want to share it with you. As some of you may know, in the last month or so, I did pick up the Nintendo Switch 2 at launch, actually midnight release at Best Buy. Crazy video, go check it out. Again, favorite video of all time. Anyways, that's not the point. I got the Switch 2 because obviously I love the Switch 1. I'm a Nintendo fanboy, and it's probably going to be a great console. I'm probably going to be very happy with it in the future. My secret, though, is that even with the brand new shiny console from Nintendo, I can't seem to put down my ROG Ally. My ROG Ally still takes up the majority of my playtime. And this video is just kind of diving into why I think that is, and maybe to help guide you into making a good decision going forward if you're thinking about getting a Switch or not. So I already have a video going over all of the cool stuff about the Nintendo Switch 2, all the new stuff, and my impressions of it or whatever. I plan to do like a deep dive review, but the reason I can't, and this is mainly the biggest thing on why my Ally is getting most of my time, is there's no games on the Nintendo Switch 2 yet. There's a handful of games that came out at launch that they seem interesting, they do, and there's only so much Mario Kart World that I could play in a single day. I mean, I completed all the courses, I did everything I could, Knockout Tour. It's a fun game. It's a fun game, and I could play it and enjoy it. However, my personal interest in the time being hasn't been Mario Kart, I guess. Like, I could only play so much Mario Kart. I got Yakuza on the Switch 2. Again, it's an older game. It runs great. It runs great, and it seems like a really fun game. I just, for whatever reason, the Switch 2 is just not pulling me in with a heavy title to keep me playing. Like, there's no blockbuster title other than Mario Kart where I'm like, okay, I can't put my Switch 2 down because I got to play this, like I did with the Nintendo Switch 1 and Breath of the Wild, and the same thing when Tears of the Kingdom came out. I exclusively played that game, and part of the problem is that the console's so new that there's nothing gravitating my attention towards playing any of these games. Now, Donkey Kong Bonanza comes out later this month, and I'm excited to try that. I've never played a Donkey Kong game besides a couple of Game Boy games. I'm not like the biggest Donkey Kong fan either. A lot of people are excited about that game. Maybe I love it because it's rumored to be made by the Mario Odyssey team, and that has potential there. But outside of that, what do I have a Switch 2 for? I just hope that some games come out where I could actually use this console and play it, because the games that I'm playing right now play better on my Ally, and I could play them on my PC as well. And right now, currently, my attention's been geared towards Warframe. Me, my fiance, and my friends, we hop on Warframe, we have a good time, and it does run on Switch 2. Now, it finally came out on Switch 2, but it runs better on the Ally. I could tune the settings, variable refresh rate there as well, 120 hertz. There's so many. It just runs better. It just runs better on the Ally. And it sucks because the Nintendo Switch 2 just came out, and a game that came out 10 years ago runs better on the Ally that came out a year ago, 2 years ago at this point. And it's kind of frustrating in a way. Maybe it's not tuned. Maybe it just needs to be optimized. Maybe it's just the Switch 1 version running on the Nintendo Switch 2. I haven't looked into it, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't have any real reason to play my Switch 2 other than Mario Kart and Yakuza from time to time. But that's a long game, and sometimes I just want to hop on a game and just play for a little bit. But getting back to the Ally, in 2025, I mean, my Steam library's on here. I've invested a lot of money into my Steam library. And now that's even coming out that Xbox is going to let you play your Steam library from your Xbox as well. That's going to be coming soon. So now if I'm going to sit down and have a console experience, I can play all my Steam games on my Xbox, which I could already do on my computer with an Xbox controller. So now it comes down to purely, what do I want to bring with me on the go? Well, the Switch 2 has a better battery life, but again, there's no games. So if I want to play Mario Kart for a couple hours, perfect. If I want to sit down and play Warframe or play Call of Duty or play any of the sports games that I play, I got to bring the Ally because there's just nothing out for the Switch 2 yet. Now, all the sports games like Madden and MLB The Show, yeah, they're going to be coming to the Switch 2 when they come out, the next versions of them. However, that's not right now. And I bought a Switch 2 right now. And right now, it's looking more of like an investment. Now that Nintendo is hiking up the prices of their old consoles and potentially the Switch 2 now, with the Switch 1 consoles all getting a price increase, and we don't know if the Switch 2 is potentially getting a price increase. again, I'm happy I got it. I'm very happy I got it and I secured it and it's mine. And I know and for the foreseeable future, I'm gonna have games to play on it. But right now, it kind of feels like I don't. And that's really what I'm all about right now. I mean, literally, I'm really just playing my Steam games and whatever's on my Xbox at the moment. I don't even turn my PlayStation on as much anymore because, again, I've played all the single player games on PlayStation that are out right. I've played all the PlayStation games that are out right now. So it's like, what am I gonna do with my time? So again, I love my Switch 2, don't get me wrong. I just hope in the future that, you know, there are some games that I can play. I mean, the ones that they announced at the Nintendo Direct, there's a new FromSoft game coming to Switch 2. That looks exciting. I'm not the biggest FromSoft guy, but I did dive into Elden Ring and I really liked it. So maybe that's something I pick up. I've already played Cyberpunk from start to finish on PC, and it's probably my favorite game of all time. I have it on Switch too, just to try it out, and it runs good. It runs okay. But I beat the game. I beat that game. I put like 150 hours in, and I'm done with the game. So why get it on? Why play it on Switch again? You know, and I'm not the biggest guy when it comes to replaying games. Like, I don't replay a lot of games. I don't. Like, once I beat the game, I like to save it in the memory banks and move on. And that's my experience with that game. I'm not a big replayer. So that's where that comes in. Now, yes, I have a Switch 2 for when the Pokemon games come out, you know, like the new Legends ZA or the next mainline game comes out and whatever that is. And yeah, I'll be there for the Marios and the Donkey Kong Bonanzas and potentially the Kirby games because I'm a Nintendo boy at heart. I love the Nintendo exclusives, but right now there's one. There's one Nintendo exclusive at launch, and there's Donkey Kong coming at later this month. So for me, I feel a little disappointed with the Switch 2, even though it's the fastest selling console off rip. But right now it does feel ultimately that the Switch 2 is just a glorified Switch Pro that can play all the Switch 1 games just a little bit better. And that's great for a lot of people, but for me, who's somebody who goes to midnight releases to things and likes to be on the cutting edge of the new stuff, I mean, I'm not going back and playing Tears of the Kingdom. I beat it. Again, I'm not a big replayer. I booted it up to see what it looked like. It looks fantastic. It's great. It runs great, but I'm never gonna dive back into it because once I'm done with the game, I retire from the game and I move on. And that's just kind of where I'm at. And quite honestly, my ROG Ally is just providing me with much more than my Switch 2 because of my Steam library and because of just PC games in general. I mean, a lot of PC games that are not on Steam, I could just play those. And I have my computer set up, I have my Xbox. It's just, I just wish that Nintendo gave us at least one more game where I could say like, okay, this is worth it. But right now it's starting to feel like, all right, like what are we doing? I mean, I gotta wait till November or later this year to play a game that I care about on my brand new shiny console, and that feeling kind of sucks. That feeling definitely sucks, but it is what it is. That's capitalism, man. That's what you get. That's what you get. To summarize it, I'm more of a niche person because I like to get everything that comes out to the best of my abilities. I'm not rich and famous yet, but what I like to do is play games occasionally, and the games that I'm playing right now, Switch 2 is just not the place to play them at the moment. Maybe in the future, a couple games come out and I'll be all over my Switch and I'll make an update to this video and how I can't stop playing, I can't put my Switch 2 down. But right now, I can't put my ROG Ally down, and it still holds up to this day, even though it's an older PC handheld. And you have the new Xbox Ones coming out with the Z2, I believe, the Z2 Extreme. So basically the next generation of ROG Allies. I don't think I even need that. So if I don't need the next generation of the current console I use a lot in an ROG Ally, why would I think that a Nintendo Switch 2 that doesn't run the games I even play now is worth it at the time being? So in the future, I'm sure my mind will change. I'm sure there will be games that come out, and I really got the Switch 2 because I wanted something that I could bring to the channel and show you guys and give you my personal thoughts about it. I know we steered away from the Pokemon cards for a little bit. I'm sorry. I just haven't been able to find packs anywhere. So when I do, I'll bring it back to the Pokemon cards. But for right now, thank you guys for watching this content. If you have any comments, leave them down below. I try to respond to all my comments, and I really try to mix it up with you guys. So if you have any opinions or any anything you gotta get off your chest, just do so in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.